students, in this video we are going to do the proof of area formula in Cartesian plane. What is the area formula in Cartesian plane? You must be knowing that, but here we are interested in doing the proof. Now to do the proof of this formula, let us draw a figure. First of all, I will draw a Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane means plane generated by x-axis and y-axis. Suppose it is x-axis and it is y-axis. Now let us draw a triangle, random triangle. Suppose it is a triangle which I have drawn randomly. ABC are the vertices of this triangle. Coordinates of A are x1, y1. Coordinates of B are x2, y2. And coordinates of C are x3, y3. And we want to find out the area of this triangle. Now let us do some construction. From C point, I am drawing a perpendicular to the x-axis. From point A also, I am drawing a perpendicular to the x-axis, and from point B also. So suppose this point is D, this point is E, and this point is F. So BD, AE and CF are perpendiculars from the vertices to the x-axis. Now students, can you tell me that what type of quadrilateral ABDE is? ABDE. What type of quadrilateral is this? Yes, it is a trapezium. Why it is trapezium? Because in this, the side BD is parallel to side AE. And when in a quadrilateral, two sides are parallel and two sides are not parallel, then it becomes a trapezium. So I can say that ABDE is a trapezium because in it, BD is parallel to AE and AB is not parallel to DE. So is that clear that it is a trapezium? Now in the same way, AEFC is also a trapezium. And if I ask that what is this? BDFC, it is also a trapezium. So let me write something here. AB, DE, AE, FC and BD, FC are trapeziums. This is very important to understand this, that if you want to do the proof of formula of area, then first of all you will have to recognize that this figure is having three trapeziums. Now my next question is that, can you tell me that what is the formula of area of a trapezium in geometry? If I give you a trapezium, suppose it is a trapezium, and what is the geometrical formula of area of this trapezium? Area of a trapezium is, area is equal to half into sum of parallel sides into height. This is the formula of area of trapezium. This side is parallel to this side. Suppose its length is A and its length is B, and it is the height, then area will be half A plus B into H. So first of all, you must remember this formula, and if you have remembered, then let us come to our main question. First of all, I am coming to area of trapezium ABDE equal to ABDE. It is a trapezium, I told you, and I want to find out its area. So formula of area is half into sum of parallel sides. So who are the parallel sides? BD and AE are the parallel sides into height. And what will be the height? Actually, what is the meaning of height of a trapezium? Height means the displacement between the two parallel sides. This side is parallel to this side, then displacement between these is called height of trapezium. So for this trapezium, what for this trapezium, BD and AE are the parallel sides, so DE can be considered as the height. So DE will come here. Now let us find their values from the figure. First of all, let us find where is BD. So BD is this. So can you tell me what is the value of BD? Actually, the coordinates of this point are x2, y2. So from here till here, it will be x2 obviously, and it will be y2, this thing. In the same way, coordinates of these points are x1, y1. It means from origin to this point, the distance will be x1, and from here till here, the total height will be y1. Now let us write down the value of BD. What is the value of BD from the figure? The value of BD is y2. And what is the value of AE from the figure? The value of AE from the figure is y1 into DE. So DE is this, and DE is simply the difference of x1 and x2. So in place of DE, I can write down x1 minus x2. So x1 minus x2. So I have obtained the area of trapezium ABDE. Next thing, I will find out the area of next trapezium. My next trapezium will be AEFC. So area of trapezium AEFC. AEFC. It will be half into sum of parallel sides. So one parallel side is this AE, and other parallel side is this CF, and height means distance between the parallel sides. So one parallel side is this, other parallel side is this, so height will be EF. Let us put their values. So half AE, AE is this height y1. CF is this much, which is actually y3, because coordinates of C points are x3, y3. So it will be y3, and from here till here it will be x3. So y3 will come here into EF. EF is this, and how will I find EF? See, coordinates of these points are x3, y3. So this is x3. From origin and up to F point, it is x3, and from x3, if I subtract x1, then this much part will left x3 minus x1. So in place of EF, x3 minus x1 will come. EF means x3 minus x1. Our next trapezium is this one, BDFC. BDFC. So half into sum of parallel sides. One parallel side is BD, and other parallel side is CF, and height means from here till here DF. Let us put their values. What is the value of BD? The value of BD is y2. What is the value of CF? The value of CF is y3. And DF. So DF means this much part, and this much part can be obtained by subtracting x2 from x3. If from x3 I subtract x2, then this will left. So x3 is this, x2 is this. From x3 subtract x2, DF will left, x3 minus x2. Okay, so I have obtained the areas of all the trapeziums which I declared in the starting. Now let us come to our main strategical point. I want to find out the area of this triangle. And to find out the area of this triangle, what will I do? I will do the sum of this trapezium and this trapezium, and from that sum I will subtract this trapezium. So as a result, this triangle will be left. Let me explain it once again. if I add this trapezium and this trapezium, then whole figure will be covered. And from the whole figure, if I subtract this trapezium, then this triangle will left. So this triangle means, the area of this triangle means this trapezium plus this trapezium and minus this trapezium. So finally, now area of triangle ABC is equal to area of trapezium, this ABDE plus area of trapezium, second one, the second one was AEFC minus, and from that subtract this much, BDFC, area of trapezium BDFC. Now let us put their values. What is the area of this trapezium? I got this area here. So half y2 plus y1 into x1 minus x2. Area of this trapezium was obtained here. Plus area of trapezium AEFC, it came here. So half y1 plus y3 into x3 minus x1, and minus sign. Area of trapezium BDFC, area of trapezium BDFC was this. So half y2 plus y3 x3 minus x2. Now only one thing is left here, that we have to simplify these terms. Let us come here, equal to half throughout common, then square bracket, then these are left, y2 plus y1 into x1 minus x2 plus half has gone outside, so y1 plus y3 into x3 minus x1, minus sign, this half has gone outside, so y2 plus y3 and x3 minus x2. Now let us simplify it. Half square bracket, multiply y2 with them, y2 x1 minus y2 x2, multiply y1 with them, so plus y1 x1 minus y1 x2. Simply in the same way, multiply these, y1 x3 y1 x1, multiply this with this, y3 x3 y3 x1. Now multiply these two brackets, y2 x3, and minus is outside, so minus y2 x3, multiply this with this, so plus y2 x2. Now multiply this term with this term, so minus y3 x3 and plus this with this, y3 x2. Let us find that which terms are being cancelled here. It is minus x2 y2, it is plus x2 y2 cancelled. It is x1 y1 positive, x1 y1 negative cancelled. x3 y3 positive, x3 y3 negative. So totally 6 terms have been cancelled. Now let us write down the remaining terms. So equal to half square bracket, y2 x1 y1 x2, I am just copying the remaining terms, plus y1 x3 minus y3 x1 minus y2 x3 plus y3 x2. Now in the next step, I will arrange these terms in a very special manner. First of all, I will take those terms which are having x1 with them. So it is having x1 and it is having x1. So y2 x1 and minus y3 x1. After that, I will take those terms which are having x2 with them. So it is having x2 and it is having x2. So first I am copying it y3 x2 and then I am copying it minus y1 x2. And finally I will take those terms which are having x3. So y1 x3 minus y2 x3. Half square bracket. In these two terms take x1 common. So in bracket y2 minus y3 will left. From these two terms take x2 common. So y3 minus y1 will left. And from these two terms take x3 common. So y1 minus y2 will left. So we have obtained the area formula for Cartesian plane. Now students, we know that area of a triangle can never be negative. So if by applying this formula your area is coming negative, then you have to ignore the negative sign because area cannot be negative. And to avoid that situation, we generally use modulus sign here. In place of the square bracket, we will use a modulus sign. Whole formula will remain same, except one change I will do, that in place of square bracket, I am using a modulus sign here and here. And what is the use of modulus sign? Modulus sign always gives us numerical value. It ignores the sign. So by chance, if its value is coming negative, in that case, what you will do? Due to the presence of modulus sign, you will ignore the negative sign. So this is the area formula for Cartesian plane. I hope that you have understood. Thank you.